World Heavyweight Champion Nature Boy Ric Flair has joined us once again. Magnum TA. Nature Boy has a match coming up to defend his U.S. Heavyweight title.
Well, one of the secrets to my success, Tony, and when you've been a world champion for 3 years, you've got to find a lot of routes to success, a lot of routes, rather, is that I always take time to scout the top opponents that I may have to face in various parts of the country whenever I have an opportunity to do it. And today, Magnum TA, United States Heavyweight Champion, obviously one of the #1 contenders, has got his hands full with Scott Hog Irwin, and I'm going to be right here to lend a little expertise and see Terry Allen firsthand.
Okay, now let's go to the match for the U.S. Heavyweight title. Magnum TA, the champion, on your left against a real formidable opponent in Scott Hog Irwin, David.
That is correct. There you see the Hog going right after Magnum TA. Next to the World Heavyweight Championship, the United States Heavyweight Championship means the most. But Hog Irwin, he wants that championship because that puts you next in line for a match with the World Heavyweight Champion, Rick. Hog Irwin, he's out there, and he wants to finish Magnum right now.
It was my personal opinion, David, that by taking a match with Hog Irwin, Magnum TA might have just overloaded himself a little bit. To be right here on national TV, wrestling athlete, the caliber of Irwin, whether you like his style or not, he's a great athlete, he's a great wrestler, he's a proven commodity in the National Wrestling Alliance, and we're talking about the major leagues of professional wrestling. So for Terry Allen to undertake this match right here on national TV, I personally thought he might be biting off a little bit too much. And as you can see, Irwin right now is in total command.
All right, Tony, as you can see, like Ric Flair said, Irwin is in command. Magnum TA definitely has a problem right now. Irwin with that headlock, applying that pressure.
Well, for those out there on television that can't really understand what we're talking about, Scott Hog Irwin is about 6'5" and weighs about 310 pounds. And when he slaps one of those big arms around your head, you can imagine the pressure. It's like having a vice around your neck.
David, let's remind all of our fans that you've been watching the first hour of World Championship Wrestling. If this match would happen to end during this break, we'll keep the tape machines rolling. You would not miss any of the match. But we're going to be coming back very, very shortly with our second hour of the Best in Wrestling, World Championship Wrestling. In this match for the U.S. Heavyweight title as Magnum TA is defending against Scott Hog Irwin. Back with our second hour coming up right after this.
All right, we're back on World Championship Wrestling. With me, World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair. Rick, Scott Hog Irwin has been manhandling.
Well, during the break here, Magnum TA made a slight recovery only to be cut back off again. You're looking at 310 pounds of a really competitive athlete. And once he has an advantage, which he surely has right now, I think Terry Allen, as I said earlier, is going to find it real hard to come back against a man as qualified as Scott Hog Irwin.
You know, this is something, though, Rick, that Hog Irwin has to do because Magnum has had so many quick wins on television that, you know, you really have to start right at the very beginning and go right after him to be successful.
Well, Terry Allen is no stranger to professional athletics. He's a great athlete. I was surprised, to be honest with you, that he won the United States Heavyweight Championship as quickly as he did after coming into the National Wrestling Alliance. But as you can see right now, he's taken it upon himself to defend his title against the top competition in the National Wrestling Alliance. And by signing a match right here to wrestle on television, I think we're going to find out just exactly what Magnum TA is made out of. You know, it's a real gut check. They get in the ring with the top competition day in and day out, and right now Magnum TA is finding that out.
That is right, because just then, Scott Hog Irwin jumped up, drop kicked Magnum right in the head. Took him down the mat.
That's 310 pounds, drop kicking him right in the head.
You know, David, this is very surprising, like I said, because Magnum TA has had all these quick wins, and now it's completely opposite here in this title match.
That's right. It is, ladies and gentlemen, for the United States Heavyweight title, the championship. It looks like we might have a new champion. Scott Hog Irwin, from the start of the bell, has been pounding away on the United States Heavyweight Champion, Terry Allen, Magnum TA. Magnum now comes in. Good drop kick to the head.
He's coming back. A surprise. I really felt that he'd been beaten up too bad, but there you can see right there. There's the knowledge and the experience that Scott Hog Irwin has brought into the ring. Magnum TA made that momentary comeback only to be cut off again. I don't think it's over for Magnum TA, but I'll be very surprised if he's able to pull this one out.
All Our desire now to win that championship is on the side of Scott the Hog Irwin. He wants
a real gut check, David. To be the United States champion is one thing. To wrestle the best and be the United States heavyweight champion for a period of time is another. And we know the National Wrestling Alliance has got the biggest and the best competition around. And obviously Terry Allen, as I said earlier, wants to prove that he's worthy of carrying the United States Heavyweight Championship. Today we're going to find out just what kind of man he really is.
That is right, Tony, because the man in the ring, Magnum TA, he has to make his move.
David,
hard right hand.
Fighting back against the big man. A couple of hard right hands that time, and here we go, up against the rope.
Again, Scott the Hog Irwin stops him cold in his tracks.
Size 12 boot right in the mouth.
You got to give Scott Hog Irwin credit. He's come into this match fully prepared for Magnum TA.
Let me ask you two gentlemen right now at this precise moment. You know, I happen to turn on this program no matter where I am in the country because, as I said, I like to make a point of watching the best competition in our sport. So I always hear you two refer to Magnum TA as the brightest star in professional wrestling. Now, the two of you have to be a little choked up at this particular moment, looking at the Magnum TA and having the opportunity to stand next to the World Heavyweight Champion. Is that statement correct?
I would have to agree with that, David.
If I've let you both speak with, I can understand why. Because no one is a brighter star in professional wrestling than Ric Flair. Well, I am the brightest star, the biggest star, and I am higher in the sky than any other athlete alive today.
All right, Mr. Flair, they also call him America's heartthrob.
You're talking about right. Well, I could probably give you between 25 and 30,000 references around the United States. That doesn't include Europe, Japan, Singapore, Hong Kong, or various parts of the world that I also defend a World Heavyweight Championship and leave all the ladies with a smile on their face. Scott Hog Irwin's still in charge, by the way, gentlemen.
That he is. There is no smile on the faces of Magnum TA's fans right now because Magnum has a problem. He's in danger of losing the United States heavyweight title.
I'm sure it's no secret to you that Magnum TA is being really backed by the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes has held this man.
Wait a minute, what?
Oh, you can see right now.
Good knee lift. Off that second rope. Set. Belly to belly. His suplex goes down for the pin. He's got it. Magnum TA holds on the United States heavyweight title, and what a match this was. Scott Hog Irwin took it to him.
David, he's in shock right now because Scott Hog Irwin gave it his all, and it was that quick as Magnum TA held on to his U.S. heavyweight title here today on World Championship Wrestling.